All right, folks, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of RichManZ Talks, where we do reactions of, any kind of particular current or even past, topics, And this one, we're doing another reaction on the boys from Miami. This time, a post from when they won the No Jumper podcast. This is the comedian Andrew Schultz, who, you've seen videos with him collaborating with like Charlemagne the God, on his own podcast, he actually reacts to when the Fresh and Fit reacts to when the Fresh and Fit duo were talking about, we don't date black women, So we're gonna look at this clip, and yeah, man, if you love this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Well, with that being said, let's get this video on the way.
So basically, Fresh and Fit guys, a podcast called Fresh and Fit. On the podcast, they said that they're not into dating black women.
Two black dudes.
I think one of the dudes said it, right? Or did
Yeah,
they
No,
both?
they both said it.
Yeah.
So
And basically started a lot of controversy. Like Shade Room posted it.
Yeah.
A bunch of other like specifically black Instagram pages posted it.
yeah.
Basically trying to like cancel them more or less.
Now, Alex, as a black man that doesn't date
yeah.
black women,
Yeah.
I do
what
date
is
black women.
what is your opinion
So
on
as
this?
a black and Spanish man who has dated black women in the past.
That we just
Right,
never
right.
met.
What you mean? I've been in a relationship. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's super corny of them to do that. But at the same time, I can understand having a type.
Ooh, go.
So it's like if you have a type and it sucks that race is part of that type.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, you like what you like.
He does have a point, I believe his name's Alex, you can have a type, you understand, like there's people who love like, people who love like a specific type of food, a specific type of drink, you understand. So like that's not, and it's not like that's a bad thing to have preferences. It's just the idea that they would go and just put down black women are already on the bottom of the food chain. And I've heard this from the voice of black females. Let's continue.
That's
Yeah.
different than what was said. What was said was,
No.
I don't date black women. It wasn't I have a type.
Well, they
it was,
no,
I have a
no.
not type.
No. They have they started to say like you're allowed to have types, and like they're having a conversation about like why are women allowed to have standards, but they're not allowed to have standards. And they said that they're not against it. They just don't necessarily do it. Now I'm not trying to cap for them, but like that's what it seemed like. Now, what's interesting to me is what dictates your type. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why Indian people like Indian food, Mexicans like Mexican food, right?
You
It's
grew up
like
with.
it's what you grow up with, what
Yeah.
you know. So what's happening to them
Yeah.
that they're not attracted to the people that look like them?
Yeah.
Is that some shit you're seeing on TV? Is that some shit that is existing like in your life? Are there like parental figures that are saying that this isn't the ideal form of beauty? Something else is?
You ever see?
According to the media.
You could go media.
Most people would
You
say
ever
that.
see the black guys that fuck white girls, but it's really black girls don't fuck them?
Interesting.
I think
so
there's some of that.
sometimes we just, what is it? We eat what we can hunt.
Yeah. What Patrice said. Yeah.
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 But what was his shit like?
Well, he hit it he hit it right at the park, I believe he's Akashin. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but like, he's a comedian, from I believe he's living in Toronto, Canada, but he hit it right, I will say from my own experience, I have dealt with the black girls who won't kind of fuck with you because you're a corny, you're lame, or you're a nerd, and they mostly wanted the guys who were the the ASAP Rockies, I mean the more of like the fuck type of black guy. That was what was very more appealing or attractive to them, so I do understand, but just because of that never turned me off black women. You understand? It's more of a generalization, but I do know black guys who specifically have told even me to my face, especially when I used to work in the gym and used to say like I don't date black women because of these, stereotypes. But he's right what he's saying. Let's continue.
To think about how he knows how to hit on a black girl, he doesn't know how to hit on a white girl. He said,
Right. So he
tell-
dates
yeah.
black girls because he knows,
He
and
knows
it's
how to
like,
hunt.
it might be easier for them to date white girls.
Yeah.
And that really might be what it is.
Do you want to hear what they
'Cause-
said specifically?
Yeah, go play it.
About the black dating app called Black. It's funny.
Yeah, he's right. Andrew Schultz is right. I believe at the end, to be honest, there is a label on white girls anyway that they're easy to slam, they're more submissive and they're less with the bitch attitude, so that's what's all appealing. And like I said, this is not like an urban legend or a rumor, especially in the black community. I've heard this to my face, what type of, girls that they go. And there's some black guys who legit will stay away from black women. You understand? So yeah, let's
I
continue.
never used that one, bro. But hey, man,
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
sometimes if they're red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark. If you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay,
So
so
it's
last
not-
one, guys.
yeah.
That stinks to me.
Yeah, that's corny.
I've tried a lot and been told to fuck off a lot. So because they're projecting the image of alphas, aren't they?
Even it's funny, No Jumper said the exact same thing. All of the four, as you saw my reaction to the panel, they all said it was ratchet. Let's continue.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of their clips. They're like, we're the alpha guys, I'm in charge, I do this.
Yeah.
And if anyone's ever taken that away from you, you would shun that. Because it would fracture your whole ego and identity. I don't like fucking black women. What, the ones who don't want to fuck you anyway? Yeah, irrelevant. I didn't want to. All these ones who are willing to listen to me.
You know what?
Now that's a really interesting point. You're going to gravitate to the people that make you feel how you want to feel about yourself.
My guy from Scotland has got a very good idea. He's only gonna deal with, as he was saying, like it's only the girls that they like find in some weird shape of word, fresh and fit and attractive. They're the only ones that they're gonna mess around with. But majority, from what he's saying, black girls don't. You gotta be honest. And it's like I'm talking about like the Eve. Eve is a probably perfect example, or like a little Kim of that. Is like it's just so cool. If you're gonna say like the stereotypical black girl, if they did see a picture of Fresh Prince CEO and Myron Gaines, would they want to sleep with them? I really find that unlikely.
Or that confirm what you already do feel about yourself.
Exactly. And like a white girl ain't gonna look at you and be like, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
A black woman might.
Yeah, they don't know the difference between a corny black guy and an actual alpha black dude. It's all cool to them. I just thought it was corny to say it publicly. Just do it privately, like Alex. You know what I mean? Just privately, don't do it.
Don't do that bullshit.
But also, it seems like a cloud chase. Like they're good at generating headlines.
Yeah.
And to a degree, we're giving them more. But it was just corny to me.
Yeah. Accessing. Sorry, I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but he's a smart individual. You know what I mean? Fresh and fit. At the end of the day, if what they wanted was to get people talking about them, they succeeded. They are experts at doing this. You understand? So he gets it. And I think especially because he's in the entertainment business, he can understand. There is no such thing as bad publicity. Do you understand? But as I said, it will get to a point where, some people are going to start taking it more personally. You understand? As like my guys as the Jumper podcast was saying, man, if they had said that in Los Angeles, there would probably be a problem.
Like, you also will bring every black girl on your podcast and then use headlines for the exact girls you're saying you won't fuck.
Right.
Like, you'll use them to get you headlines and views and clicks.
Right.
But then when it comes to actually dating them, you won't do it. It just felt whack on every level.
Yeah, I've never had a standard like that. That's weird, though. I've never had like a racial standard per se.
I have.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You just wouldn't date white women.
No, I wouldn't date white women. I wanted very much to marry an Indian woman.
Yeah.
For my own, like to pass on my own culture, my own traditions, all that. And I also thought it was kind of whack. And I used to be like, I grew up all around white girls in high school.
Right.
Those were the only hot girls I saw. So I was into that. And then when I went to college and met more Indian girls, I was like, okay, they're beautiful. I can do this. But it also just like...
You can do this.
I could do this, son. I didn't know it was a possibility. Because all you ever saw growing up was Indians. You would celebrate if you dated a white girl. Like, I've had Indian guys tell me I would pass on a beautiful white girl for an Indian girl for an average white girl. And that shit blew my mind.
Yeah.
And I was like,
bro, that is, it's not just in the Indian community, as my man saying it. Like, in the black community, you could have like the 9th, 10th of these black girls who are bad. There are some dudes who, even if it's like the most average Becky or Charlotte or Stephanie, they will drop the 10 black girl for like a 5 or 6 white girl. Do you know? And I think that it doesn't really come from like the racism, but it just comes from, again, the status of the ethnicities. You know, we're taught from everywhere like white is right. You understand? So if you can get that, it's like you're at the top. Do you understand? So that's it's not just in the Asian Indian community. It also applies to a lot of other ethnicities as well. You know,
Gotta come from somewhere, and that's gotta stop, right? Like we can't keep doing.
Yeah, where does
man.
that come from?
I think he just wanted someone who spells thumb the same way as him.
Yo, that's interesting. Where does that come from? Like sometimes you see people dating, you see non-white people dating much uglier white girls than you believe that they could get within their own race.
Oh, I think if I was white, I would always date interracially because you always go up. You always date up. If I'm white, there's no way I'm dating a white. I'm dating up.
Interesting.
Great looking black dudes, white girls. You're just like, really?
And what do you think that is?
And I see white girls with Indian dudes that are, definitely rich.
Yeah. But is that just some like internalized racism?
Yeah.
I think we put them on a pedestal. And that's part of also me joking around saying white women are, ugly, whatever. I'm less attracted to them generally, but also it's like, it's so fucking, all you hear about is this white girl so hot. And this, like, they're celebrated a lot. So I'm just kind of like.
No doubt. The society puts white girls on the pedestal. Even if I go back to my school days, they always used to be like, when us like boys would talk, we'd always say like, who was the hottest girl? And even when I was like, my early years in college and university, there would always be like one black dude who would say like, it's like average white girl was the hottest chick where we were, and it always used to baffle me. But then it's the way how it is, like, you go through the store and you look at the magazines. You go on Netflix and you see the TV shows, you see the cover, it always has a white girl. So systematically, you're already like conditioned to be like, okay, the white girl is the epitome of what beauty is, and anything else, whether they be Indian, black, Mexican, as I am here, the Filipino, any other ethnicity is below that. So it's a sort of kind of brainwashing, and as my man said, it's pedestalizing the Caucasian girls.
Bro,
Contrarian with that.
do you feel that as a white guy?
What?
That like white women's beauty is celebrated a lot?
No, but I'm white living in America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually probably notice non-white women's beauty being celebrated far more.
Yeah. And
That's
maybe
because of the world you live in, though.
Yeah.
You're in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like to a lay person, no, every model on every cover of
Exactly.
everything up
Of
until
course,
very
it's gonna
recently
be like-
is a white woman.
Exactly.
Who was talking
Straight
about this?
up.
Like, I think it was Rock was saying something like that about like he doesn't want black superiority to be celebrated. He just wants black normalcy to be celebrated. Like that's when the racism is gone. When you could just be like the black doctor, not the best ever.
Yeah.
Doctor that happens to be black. But yeah, maybe that's it. I'm just not noticing like all these mannequins or whatever. Not even mannequins. I'm not noticing like all these like random models that aren't even the top model.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just every single other model is just some white girl.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the most famous, beautiful minority chick.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
And brands
yeah.
will point to that as like, yo, this is our person. This is the one that broke through. And as a way to like diffuse the other issues within it.
Interesting. Yeah. So that's how you see it, Al?
Yeah.
It just looks like there's a bunch of models and they're all white.
Yeah,
and then the
man.
exceptions to the rule.
Exactly.
And I'm just
And
picking
then
up on
we
the
tend to
exceptions.
know the exceptions. Like we know like the Winnie Harlows and the ones
Yeah.
that like
She's
stick
both.
out.
Tyra Banks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's okay.
Yeah. But it's like a status thing, I think.
So can you have a type?
Yeah. But I think a big part of what you like is what you grew up around.
Yeah.
So it's like
Having a type is one thing. Saying I don't have a type and they're like this and it's based on the color of their skin, that's actually racist.
Yeah.
And it's sad when somebody's racist toward their own. That's the saddest, most
Exactly.
broken shit.
Yo, I think Adam might be on it, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you might be on it. Do you have a type, Adam?
Yeah, about 5'7". You hear me?
Adam's girl's outside.
Smart man.
No, not really.
Really?
I have only ever been with white girls, but I think that's probably more.
You're like the Fresh and Fit of this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so white. Like
Yeah.
I'm short, fat, and white.
Yeah.
And I feel like approaching the black girls that I would be attracted to, which would be really attractive black girls.
Yeah.
I think they'd look at me like,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
who put you up to this?
I think you're on a Frank show or something. What's happening?
They'd be like, come on. What
Wrap it
TV
up.
show am I on? You can't possibly think this conversation was going to go well.
But yeah, that was hilarious exchange from my Scottish guy there, you know. But 100%, man. It is very difficult because, as I said, those comments that Fresh and Fit made about not dating black women, you know, I've heard that to my face from black dudes. Do you understand? Like, you know, just black women, they're unattractive, they're ratchet, you know, even like dogging on their hair, you know what I mean? So it's just so much negative connotations with, you know, black women, you know, and I'm gonna be straight up saying, like, I've had my fair shade, no fair like problems with black girls. Believe me, like, man, maybe one day I'll release like the, you know, the files and that, you know, file it up. But still, you know, I still see like again, like where I am in Mexico, like there's not too obviously, of course, black women. So obviously I'm gonna be, my partner is obviously gonna be a Mexican girl. But that being said, like to dog the whole black women and their black itself, it makes no sense, you know. But folks, man, let me know what you think about like Andrew Schultz and the Sin, you know, Aksha Sin, you know, good comedian. They're both great, good comedians, you know. Let me know what you think about these comments, you know, and definitely, you know, if you love these reactions, man, you can also get in touch with me. You know, my social media is the same on my main channel, RichManZ. You know, any videos you would love me to react on, you know. But yeah, folks, definitely stay tuned for, you know, more reactions. Until the next time, guys, we are out.